وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. May Allah Azza wa Jal accept our fasting and our qiyam and make us one of those who will be freed from hellfire by the end of Ramadan, inshallah. And Alhamdulillah, we passed most of Ramadan now, due to complete it on Saturday, inshallah, and on Sunday will be Eid al-Fitr, inshallah ta'ala. Obviously, we can't do congregation in groups, fearing the transmission of the coronavirus, so we're going to do, inshallah, khutbah on Facebook and YouTube, and people feel that yes, it was Eid, and if you do takbir from Saturday after Maghrib prayer and after Isha and after Fajr, and you do takbir before you do Salatul Eid, and that will be the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What I'm going to talk about today is something known to be Karamah. Karamah, for those who are close to Allah Azza wa Jal, is similar to the miracles performed by prophets, and the only difference is Karamah cannot be used in a challenge against the unbelievers. So Karamah is usually an honor from Allah Azza wa Jal to somebody who has been close to Allah Azza wa Jal, and Allah has loved him, so he will make things happen for him out of the ordinary, and sometimes it's really impossible to happen. So Karamah confirm that this person is following a prophet. ما كان كرامة لولي فهو معجزة لنبي وما كان معجزة لنبي فهو كرامة لولي. So the mu'jiza of the prophet could be copied by a person who is close to Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah gives him that honor to perform miracles, but are not called miracles because they haven't got the challenge the miracles have. And when a person who follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam perform miracles, which called Karamah, this confirmed that he is following a true prophet. So Allah Azza wa Jal said in the Holy Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة لا تبديل لكلمات الله ذلك الفوز العظيم. So this ayah, Allah Azza wa Jal saying about this awliya, those who are adopted by Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah is their guardian. There is no fear for them, and they will never be sad. Those who believe and were mindful of Allah Azza wa Jal, obeying Allah, thanking Allah, observing Allah Azza wa Jal, and never commit ma'asiyah to Allah, a sin, disobedient to Allah, never disobedient to Allah. They will have the good news in this life. لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا. They will have good news in this life and in the hereafter, and there's no change to the words of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is the great win. And in the Hadith, quite well known, Sahih, من عادى لي وليا فقد آذنته بالحرب. Whoever is an enemy to any of my wali, I will announce a war against him. And no person get closer to Allah Azza wa Jal by doing more than what he obliged him to do. And a person, the slave, carry on getting closer to Allah Azza wa Jal by doing nawafil, sunan, extra things, حتى أحبه, until Allah said, until I love him. فإذا أحببته, if I loved him, then I would be his eye by me he see, his ears by me he hears, his hand by me he hit, and his leg by me he walk. And if he asks me, I will give him, and if he seek refuge with me, I will help him out. So this, Allah Azza wa Jalla will start showing that he is pleased with this guy by allowing him to perform things which appear extraordinary. Nobody can do it. It must be a miracle. Now obviously no one can come and claim that he is a wali of awliya Allah because of many things. One of it that he can't be claiming for sure that he is close to Allah Azza wa Jal. It's difficult because Allah Azza wa Jal said in the Quran, فَلَا يَأْمَنُ مَكْرَ اللَّهِ إِلَّا الْقَوْمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. No one can come and say, I'm immune, Allah will never hit me, will never cause me to have an illness or a disaster or loss of money. Can't do it. You cannot claim that. Allah tests you with the good and the bad. And you are not out of test. Even Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was tested many times. He had a lot of tribulations, difficulties, and illnesses. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And the second one, you can't claim that you're closer to Allah by doing a lot of ibadah, a lot of worship, going to Mecca many times, going to Umrah many times, doing so many Hajj, fasting Mondays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and 3 days a month, and giving charity. Yes, it's a sign that you are trying to please Allah Azza wa Jal, but there's no way we could confirm that it's accepted by Allah Azza wa Jal. And the third one, that you don't know how you will end, what the end of life will be. You'll be tested with وَنَبْلُوَكُمْ بِالْخَيْرِ وَالشَّرِّ فِتْنَةً. Allah said, we'll test you with the good and the bad, to test you, to see whether you stay strong or you deviate away. And a sign also, fourth one, Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَيَدْعُونَنَا رَغَبًا وَرَهَبًا وَكَانُوا لَنَا خَاشِعِينَ. They call us, fearing us, and hoping that we accept them, and they were humbling to us. So you are in these two situations. You're hoping and you're afraid. So you have all the good hope, all the good expectation from Allah Azza wa Jalla, and also all the fear that you might slip and do the opposite. Now, claiming to be loved by Allah Azza wa Jalla is difficult and it's impossible. Even Isa alayhi said, تعلم ما في نفسي ولا أعلم ما في نفسك إنك أنت علام الغيوب. Isa alayhi said to Allah Azza wa Jalla, you know what's in my mind, what's in my heart, and I don't know what's in your mind. You are the one who knows all the heavens. So we don't know. Even Prophet Muhammad said once, أنا لا أدري ما يفعل به. I don't even know what will happen to me. Although he is trusting Allah Azza wa Jalla, and he knows that he will be the first to arise in the day of judgment, the first to be asked to intercede and given permission to intercede, the first to enter Jannah. The third one, they say also, من جاء بالحسنة فله عشر أمثالها. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, whoever came with the good deed, he will be rewarded 10 times more. He has to come with it, finish life and come to Allah Azza wa Jalla. Because قل للذين كفروا إن ينتهوا يغفر لهم ما قد سلف. When things all of it finish and they repent to Allah Azza wa Jalla, believe in Allah Azza wa Jalla, then Allah will forgive all what's they've done before. So it's the end of your time. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Now أحدكم يعمل وعمل أهل الجنة حتى إذا لم يبقى بينه وبينها ذراع فيسبق عليه القول فيعمل بعمل أهل النار فيدخلها. وأن أحدكم يعمل بعمل أهل النار حتى إذا لم يبقى بينه وبينها ذراع فيسبق عليه القول فيعمل بعمل أهل الجنة فيدخلها." So the hadith, the meaning of the hadith, that one of you could do the deeds of the people of Jannah until there's an arm span between him and Jannah, and his true nature will appear, and he will do things in keeping with people who will go to hellfire, and he will go to hellfire, and vice versa. A person could do the deeds of the people of hellfire until there's between him and death an arm span, then his true nature become clear, and he will do the deeds of the people of Jannah, and he enters it. This is why we always say, be careful, don't claim, because we don't know how you will be tomorrow. And don't say about anyone else kafir, no matter who is he, because we don't know the time when he dies, what he will be, what's the end of his life will be, how it look like. I met many elderly people, and I asked them about their beliefs. Say, oh, believe in God, want to meet my Lord, they want to meet my Maker. And they were Christian, or this, so they saw. And I used to ask, you mean your God is Jesus? No, no, we mean God, Jesus is not God. And their true nature appeared. And they truly believe La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Or those say they are Christian. But on the other hand, there's people could feel they are close to Allah Azza wa Jal if two things is dominant. One of them, that he is following the Sharia step by step. He doesn't deviate away from the Sharia, from what's in the Quran and what's in the Hadith, what Allah Azza wa Jal said, what the Prophet ﷺ did, and how it's applied by the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, and what the consensus of the Muslims' understanding of the Sharia is. And internally, he is swimming in love to Allah Azza wa Jal. He is so filled with the love to Allah Azza wa Jal that he is always very happy to obey Allah Azza wa Jal. Very happy when the Salah calls. Very happy when the fasting comes. He's very happy when Jumu'ah comes. He's very happy when he gives his zakah. He's quite happy, excited. I know people, when they were giving sadaqah to the poor, when the poor take it, they get excited. They're like, over the moon, happy that the sadaqah is accepted and taken. So he's quite happy that the poor accept his sadaqah. His enjoyment is to recite the name of Allah Azza wa Jal. And he will never be settled by anything else but Allah Azza wa Jal. So that's sign of being wali min awliya Allah. He's closer to Allah. Obviously, our teachers told us, Shaykh Abdul Ghani Nabilsi he was explaining the Tariqa Muhammadiyya, the way of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to Imam al-Barkawi, and he said the person who is close to Allah Azza wa Jal could have karamat, could great things appear on his hands. Now, great things doesn't mean that you fly in the air, you walk on water, or you cure the deaf or the blind or whatever. No, it could be that you discover something amazing. You arrange something spectacular. You discover something really beneficial to people. You do organize a lot of activities and help and charities, whatever that could be, or discover a new science, new technology. Allah could perform on your hands something which is extraordinary. And he said, providing you do things not out of challenge. I will prove to you that I'm with Allah Azza wa Jal, I will walk on water. No, that's not karamah, even if you succeed. Now it's narrated that it shouldn't be linked to challenge, and also you should appear being a pious person, and you should be following your Prophet, and you have the correct belief in Allah Azza wa Jal and the right deeds, amal as-salih. So not everyone claimed to be prophet or wali or is. They told about Musaylim al-Kadhdhab, who pretended to be a prophet, the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He came to a well and he said, I will spit on the well and the water will multiply tens of times. And he spat on the well, and the well was producing fresh water. The water became very salty. Nobody were able to drink it anymore. So that's proof that he wasn't even wali. He wasn't even a normal human being. Even Allah made his deeds even more destructive. Al-Aswad al-Ansi, who also claimed to be prophet, he brought one of the followers of the Prophet ﷺ, who hasn't met the prophets yet, Al-Aswad al-Khawlani, Abu Musallam al-Khawlani. Abu Musallam al-Khawlani confirmed La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. So he asked him to believe that he is a messenger. He refused. He asked him to disbelieve in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He refused. So he set a great fire and he threw him in the fire. And Abu Musallam al-Khawlani walked out. That's a miracle of Ibrahim, which every religion know, performed on the hand of somebody who wasn't even a companion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He actually came to Medina after the Prophet ﷺ died, and the Khilafah of Abu Bakr. And Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab, he met him and he said, are you from so-and-so place? He said, do you know so-and-so person? And he told him his name. He said, yes. He said, can you show me who is he? He said, the one who's talking to you. So he hugged him and he took him to Abu Bakr. He was very pleased to meet him. So somebody said to Al-Aswad Al-Anasi, said to him, let this guy go, because if people knew that he was thrown in the fire and he came out, they will all know that you are a liar, that Al-Aswad Al-Anasi liar. So he did sleep on that miracle performed by Abu Musallam al-Khawlani. So that's pretending to be a prophet or pretending to be wali min awliya Allah is not going to work. Allah Azza wa Jalla will straight away expose you and show that you're not. Now, is it difficult to be wali? No, Allah Azza wa Jalla chose many of the people across the ages to become wali, performed a lot of miracles on their hands. One of them, Maryam, alayhi salatu wassalam, and she was getting the food of the summer in the winter, food of the winter in the summer. And some of them, the people of the cave, whom Allah Azza wa Jalla make them sleep for 300 years. And Asif ibn Barkhia, the one who brought the throne of Balqis to Sulaiman, alayhi salatu wassalam, and many miracles like this, which is an honor to the wali, but it's a miracle to the prophet. So if it's performed by a prophet, it's called a miracle. If it's performed by a pious Muslim, a righteous man, then it will be called Karamah. And may Allah give all of us that honor of making things happen for us. So it's a confirmation that Allah loves us. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم اجعل اجتماعنا هذا اجتماعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما. والحمد